Hi, it's Pastor Paul L. Anderson here at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. It is Satisfaction Saturday, the satisfaction of knowing that we've done all that God has called us to do. And I don't know about you, the satisfaction of knowing I've done all that I need to do for my wife and all of those wonderful mothers in my life. So I'm satisfied in knowing I don't have to shop anymore. I hope you've done your part to make sure that you bless your mother and those mothers and those ladies that are very near and dear to your life. Today, I invite you to look with me at Genesis, the 8th chapter, verses 13 through 19. It's a very powerful text. It tells us that now Noah has been on the ark with his family, with the animals. Remember, he had some animals that there were 7 pairs because those were the ones that were acceptable for food and those were the ones who were acceptable for sacrifice. Because while Noah was on the boat, he still wanted to offer sacrifice and praise to God. Well, that's a good break right there. All of us need to know it doesn't matter what your situation or circumstance is. You should always make sure you build in your life and your schedule time to praise and worship God and to give him what he requires of us. It lets us see that Noah is now 601 years old. And on the first day of the year, in the 10.5 month after the flood began, the flood waters also dried up from the earth. Noah now pulls back the covering of this boat, or this ark as we call it, and he saw the surface ground was now starting to dry. It was more than 2 months that the last earth was dry. Now God said to Noah, "It's now safe for you to leave the boat." Leave the boat? All of you, your wife, your sons, and everyone. I want you to know you can leave the boat. But you know, God gave Noah a sign to let him know it was safe to leave the boat. What God did for Noah is what he does for all of us. He put a ribbon in the sky. He put a rainbow in the sky. He took all of the colors that he needed to see to know that it's safe to go outside. You know, this begins to remind us God will send us a message to let us know it's now safe to go outside. I'm going to cover you with all of my love, every hue, every color, every dimension. This lets us see in our lives, God wants us to have a good stroke of every color that can be found. God gives us some sunshiny days. God gives us some rainy days, but God wants us to know that it's now safe. He says, Noah, it's safe for you, your wife, your sons, and their wives to leave the boat because the ground is now safe for you to be upon. You know, I think all of us are praying, Lord, let us know it's safe to go outside. It's safe to go outside because we put our faith and our trust in you. It's safe to go outside because, God, we trust you. Even in the midst of all of the violence that we've seen, all of the gun murders, of all of the break-ins, of all of the persons who have done harm to people, God is saying it's safe because I promise I will always be with you. You know, the promise of God's presence is what we all need. So we will know it's safe to be in the environment. It's safe to be outside because you promise never to leave us nor forsake us. You promise to protect us. You promise to give us everything that we need. Now, God has given this rainbow in the sky for Noah to know that it's safe to go outside. You can release all the livestock. Now, can you imagine what had happened? It was during this time span that all of those dead creatures, they had drowned. They had now gone back into the earth. And I believe this is part where many of us can find out where there were fossils, is because the rain kept pouring and pouring and pouring. The dirt covered up all of those animals and all the things that were dead. And now they have been covered. And now God has put a new covering on the earth. He now gives us new vegetation. He now gives us new hope. And that's what God wants to do in your life and mine. He wants to give us new hope. He wants to give us new life. He wants us to know it's safe to go outside because I am with you. Beloved, I want you to know it's safe to go outside. Put your faith and your trust in God. And always know that you're exceedingly and abundantly blessed. And in this year of 20 and 23, God will bless you bigger and better than you ever thought it would be. So I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where God's blessings never stop flowing. You can join us for our in-person worship service. That's at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know we're seen all over the world, so please make sure you mark your calendars to see us live. God bless you, and I'll look forward to sharing with you on Mother's Day 2023.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.